Gonzalo, short from him. Brereton leading the charge, tries to pull it back. Momentarily interesting for Chile. Suaso, maybe a slightly more positive approach from the side in red at the start of the second period. They had found ways through. A remarkably weak midfield, and Chile get their first corner of the night. Chile, though, lacking any natural height. Go short. That's why the ball's been drilled across the air, then balloons just on the D. It's Marquinhos in there, the challenge. Cepeda, it looks like it's the man on the turf, but a nice idea from Chile. And the ball had gone before Marquinhos came in. Now did he clip his man? Well, he does, and it's more than a clip. Five minutes into the second half. No flag on this occasion. Maybe Chile playing a higher line right at the beginning of the second period. And Pedro Esteban appeals to the referee. Well, Argentina then 38 points. Both players with their feet high. Argentina 38, Brazil at the moment 28, Uruguay 27, Ecuador 26, Colombia, Paraguay both on 25, Venezuela now in the 7th slot on 18, Bolivia on 17. So that one's set to go to the wire. 6 qualify automatically. 7th place is the playoff position. Casemiro. As ever, there to pick up the pieces for the Brazilians. Everyone back in a red shirt. Missed by Casemiro. Cepeda again does well. Puts out Brereton. There's the layoff. Alvezaro, we didn't really see a great deal from the number 6. Loses it in midfield. Rafinha dropped back. Douglas Santos. And Brazil with the noses in front can afford to be a little bit more patient as Douglas Santos picks it up on the far side. Santos once again. Layoff behind Casemiro. Don Pedro goes down on the edge of the D. once again turns to the officials, nothing doing. Maripan into midfield, but Brazil and Casemiro have possession again. Martinelli. Ball once again with Douglas Santos. Martinelli had made the move, not used. Brazil prodding and probing. This is Martinelli into the keeper. Wonderful ball forward. Again, patience from Brazil. Martinelli left unmarked. "14 chances to 1 in the first half. The 14 for the side in yellow. Rafinha. Maripan with a nod down. Martinelli. Brazil once again making Chile work. Wesley. Rafinha to Wesley. Wesley forced to check. Their way through for the Flamengo player again. Brazil just toying Chile, hanging on to the ball, just trying to drag the red shirts out of position. Brazil can afford to do that. Now they've got their team in front. Chile wanting to break. Races on down, it's near side, but it's slightly overhit, and the captain unable to get there in time. Chile have found ways through in midfield, and a slightly more adventurous approach in the second period may find spaces, may pay dividends. Now though, Chile will have to defend. Again, it's mostly down that left-hand flank. Very little from Wesley attacking down the right. Mostly now with Douglas Santos. Ancelotti, so far so good for him. The goals though haven't exactly flowed for Brazil. They keep producing narrow wins. Almost giving it away a little bit too cheaply. Chile, when they do have the ball, have been a bit more direct. It's a wonderful turn on the far side. A bit sloppy to get it into the middle, but Chile retain possession. They've been quicker and more direct when they've had the ball. Couldn't find a way through on that occasion. 𝐾𝐶, wonderful ball out to the right-hand side. To spell this from Chile, but a little knock on its way in makes it easy for Alisson. And Brazil again try to dictate the rhythm and the pace here in the Maracanã. Joy for Wesley. Tracking back from Brereton. Ball is out. First change of the match comes from the away side. Tapia replacing Ben Brereton. and Brereton Diaz to give him his full title. No movement so far on the Brazil bench. Guimarães has it taken away just on the edge of the area. Quickly won back though by the Brazilians. Esteban. Guimarães in space. Nice balance from the number 8. Again, the yellow shirts piling up Casemiro, who sees it charge down. Douglas Santos balloons it into the stand. Good running off the ball. Wonderful balance from the Newcastle man. And Douglas Santos rather snatching at the opportunity. Still, it remains 1-0 to Brazil. Esteban. Chelsea man on the score sheet. Brazil again making Chile work. See the lines of red shirts. Chile just trying to hold the positions. Guimarães. Chile quickly back in formation. Marquinhos nowhere to go on that occasion. They have found space. They try those little run-offs. Martinelli's down the channel on that occasion. It's been a problem for Chile, letting the yellow shirts run and find those little pockets of areas to move into. 61.5 gone. You wonder when Ancelotti might just think about resorting to his bench. There's a lot of talent to choose from. Well taken. Aravena in the end works it out to Tapia. Gonzalo. Douglas Sanchez to pick up the pieces. Given away. The intensity perhaps just missing from the Brazil performance in the second period. Sitting on that 1-goal lead. Suasso, no way through. Again, it's a wonderful little jink. Cepeda has caught the eye tonight. First change being prepared by Brazil. 𝐿, perhaps one of them. They're going nowhere on that occasion. 𝐿, maybe, in fact, set to come on. André Santos, another. Nice, just about getting that one away. Pressure from Chile. still believe they can get something from this tie here in the Maracanã. Chile playing for pride, not wanting to finish bottom of the table. Now just keeping the ball away from the Brazilians. Making the side in yellow chase the ball. There goes down, grabs it, forces our referee to take action. And Brazil will make their first changes. 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐫, the goal scorer. �W𝐢𝐼𝐻𝐾, once of Botafogo. And Andre Santos are the replacements. It's in a long way off his goal line. Again unhurried. Brazil haven't really got going in the second period. Escobar's goal in the 38th minute, still the difference. Two players who've come off the bench, both with Rio de Janeiro connections. �W𝐢𝐼𝐻𝐾, as I said, formerly of Botafogo, as Martinelli steams forward once of Ituano.